Interspinal? We want to know about interspinal.
Yeah.
We're going to talk to this guy about interspinal. Interspinal goes way back before me.
Interspinal is, well, it is what it is now, just a different version of it. It's the same thing. It's a 5-piece band that, like I was saying a minute ago, I write a lot of songs. But, no matter how good they are, how bad they are, whatever, I throw it at the band. We throw that fucking, I call that song a raw piece of meat. Like you throw that raw piece of meat on the grill. The band flips it, times it, seasons it. That's what makes it into prime fucking steak, That's what Interspinal's about. It goes right down to the core of your spine about real stuff. We're not going to write anything that's not real. Everything is going to have meaning. We want it to be deep. Whether it becomes that's up to the crowd, and if we did a good job at it. But that's what Interspinal's about.
A 5-piece. There are 2 guitar players, a bass player, a drummer, and an adjuster. And together we make a 5-piece. Okay, we don't do interviews without the rest of the band. We are a 5-piece. Everybody is equally represented.
There's this big thing going around about how rock is dead nowadays, right?
I've heard.
Okay, rock is not fucking dead. Rock just needs to be brought back to life with some real shit,
This is Cody.
Not let's throw out a bunch of words and a good melody and call it a hook and call it a good fucking song and that's
as the DonFather was saying, rock is dead.
No.
Is rock dead?
No. Music
What
is
is keeping rock and roll alive?
No, everything.
bands that care.
Bands that care.
Not ones that want to have a good sounding melody with no meaning. Like when Led Zeppelin wrote a song. Every one of them songs, the Doors, all them bands back then, every song they wrote had meanings,
Yeah, you gotta have a meaning to
Cash
it.
me.
It doesn't
And
mean
it
nothing.
hits you right here, it hits you right here, right in your soul.
Yep. If there's no meaning, then there's no point.
There's no
And
point.
have a what am I looking for? A positive outlook, like in the end, it might sound drastic, because it's gonna be heavy as shit, heaven and hell and everything in between. You're gonna hear all that from us, but it's gonna be a positive vibe when it's done. It's good. What you get out of it
Is what
we're trying to help people with our music,
you put in when you put it out.
You have
That's
a
the
bad
one thing
day,
we're trying
listen
to
to that
tackle.
shit, fucking scream that shit, instead of bouncing your head off the wall. Well, you can bounce your head off the wall if you want. They probably will.
You get what you give. And that is rock and roll. And if we're put our heart and soul into this every fucking week in and week out, this is rock and roll.
And it's all about the people. The reaction we get, it's all energy. Like we get a good reaction, we give a good reaction back. It's the crowd is part of the band. That's how I've always felt. Like when we go to a show where there's only 2 people, you jamming, but when you got a crowd there and they're into it and they're all doing all this shit.
Your sister's a troublemaker?
Yeah, she is.
Basically, it's all about positive vibes. And
We're related. I mean, you can't expect any less.
It's about the vibe. The vibe that is rock and roll. Rock and roll is the key. And everybody forgets that the key is exactly what we all live for so many years.
Literally. It's been about, well, I just turned 36. I started when I was 16, 20 years.
So interspinal to us is more than just a name. Interspinal represents everything from when we were children and believed in anything we heard. Everything that had a purpose, everything that had a vibe, everything that had a purpose.
What?
Anything that was selfish. Rock and roll. And that's what we look for. Every week, in and out, we're talking about revolution here. We're talking about kids from 19, 20, 18, 17, 16, 15 that forgot what it's like to be rock and roll.
Need a damn shot.
Rock and roll.
I love that. That's how I grew up.
Exactly. Us. Generation X. We are the last of a revolution. Last of a piece of a puzzle.
Well,
I tried to tell you this on Facebook,
But
I guess
these
y'all
guys,
like it.
right here,
No, I'm just fucking with you.
these guys right here
it's up
have
to
a
these
voice.
guys to keep it alive.
They have a voice. a voice, a revolution.
Alright.
And that guy.
Oh, it is awful. Vodka was a horrible choice.
What we are is guaranteed.
That was a horrible choice.
We will bring you rock and
It was a
roll,
horrible choice.
in and out.
You guys need to pick
What
a
we
tree.
are and what we represent is guaranteed poison.
Guaranteed poison. Look it up.
That's very good.
And poison is what? What is guaranteed poison?
You can find it on the internet. It'll tell you all about it.
Jack Daniels.
Right now.
It's yummy.
We will tell you
And everybody gets
that guaranteed
really fucked
poison
up, and you can take shots.
is and always will be a revolution. A
Where are you working?
revolution
You working at
of
the
music, a patriarch, a sanctity, a safe place where we can all go back to our childhoods, where we can all go back to the present state
Well, then you just
and enjoy what we, as musicians, as we,
well, you best take a
characters
shot,
in this
then.
world, in this life,
Yeah,
we our.
not a shot of vodka though. Huh? Water chaser's actually about the best one.
We are bad.
If you want to take a shot,
And we are
water
guaranteed.
chaser.
And what we
But
are
anyways, you better give me back to my wife before she gets too crazy.
is guaranteed poison.
Okay.